7th, how are you all? So we had been studying chapter number 3. The name of chapter 3 is fiber to fabric. Yes, last time I told you about the fiber, different kind of fiber. Yes, do you remember? Now we will study something more, some new topics today. Okay, but before we start, let's revise whatever we studied last time, so it will help us to go forward. Okay, kids, ready? So first topic, as you can see on the screen, is fiber. Yes, fiber is the first topic. So what do you mean by fiber? A material which is available in the form of thin and continuous strand is called fiber. Okay, if material which is available in the form of thin and continuous strand is called fiber. There are two type of fiber: natural fiber and man-made fiber, or synthetic fiber, you can say. Okay, so there are two kind of fiber: natural fiber and synthetic fiber, or you can say man-made fiber. Okay, and if I give you another definition of fiber is a thin thread like material which is used to make fabric and textile item, you can say. So fiber is a thin thread like material which is used to make textile items, textile, TEXTILE, or you can say fiber is a material which is used to make fabric. Okay, fiber is a thin thread like material which is used to make fabric. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Kids, as you can see on the screen, types of fiber. There are mainly, we can divide the fiber into two categories. Yes, we can divide all the fibers into two categories. First is natural fiber, second is man-made fiber. So what are natural fiber? What do you mean? You already know, I think. Fibers which occurs naturally. Fibers which occur naturally means fibers that we get from plants and animal. Fibers that we get from plants and animal are called natural fiber. Yes, fibers that we get from plants and animal are called natural fiber. Or you can say, as you can see on the screen, the definition is the fibers which are obtained from plants and animals are called natural fiber. Okay, examples you already know: cotton, jute, silk, wool. Cotton, jute, silk, wool, these are the example. Cotton we get from cotton plant, jute we get from jute plant, silk we get from silkworm, wool we get from sheep. Yes, silk we get from silkworm. Here the point is, cotton we are getting cotton from plant, jute also from plant, but silk and wool we get from animal. Silk and wool we get from animal. That's why fibers that we get, which are obtained from plants and animals, are called natural fibers. Okay, and what are man-made fibers? Fibers which are obtained by man, obtained by man, or you can say which are prepared in laboratory. Fibers which are prepared in laboratory, or fibers which are prepared in lab. Fibers which are prepared in lab are called man-made fiber. Man-made fiber are also known as artificial fibers, synthetic fibers. And as you can see on the screen, the definition: the fibers that are synthesized in laboratory are called man-made fiber. As you can see the example: nylon, acrylic, terylene, terrycotton. Terrycotton is also known as terrycoat, polyester. Okay, these are the example you have already written. Okay, if you have not written, then write down. I am giving you again 10 seconds. So kids, I hope that you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, last time we also studied about types of natural fiber. Yes, there are two types of natural fiber: plant fiber and animal fiber. Yes, Am I right? Plant fiber and animal fiber. There are two type of fiber. So what are plant fiber and what are animal fiber? Yes, what are plant fiber and what are animal fiber? Yes. So we know that fibers that we get from plants are called plant fiber. Yes, fibers that we get from plant are called plant fiber, and fibers that we get from animals are called animal fibers. Yes, fibers that we get from plants are called plant fiber, and fibers that we get from animals are called animal fiber. Okay, so you can see on the screen. Yes, can you give me the example of plant fiber? Yes, cotton, jute and flax. Cotton, jute and flax are the examples of plant fiber. Cotton we get from cotton plant, jute we get from jute plant, flax we get from flax plant. And silk, silk we get from silkworm, wool we get from sheep. Okay, so the fibers which are obtained from plants are called plant fiber, and the fibers which are obtained from animals are called animals fiber. Okay, please write down the definition. If you have not attended the last class, then write now. Okay, I'm giving you 10 seconds. So kids, I hope you understood different type of natural fiber. Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, now let's talk once again about animal fibers. Yes, so tell me the definition of animal fiber. Tell me the definition of animal fiber. Fibers which are obtained from animals are called animal fiber. Yes, the fibers that we get from animals are known as animal fiber. And the common animal fibers, as you know, wool and silk. Yes, wool and silk both are common animal fiber. And last time I showed you the picture of different animals. Yes, last time I showed you the picture of different animals. From we get wool. Yes, wool we get from different animals. We get wool from different animals. We get wool from sheep, goat, yak, camel, llama, alpaca. Yes, and I told you about two goat, Angora goat, Kashmiri goat, and llama, alpaca. These sheep live in South America. Yes, I told you. And silk is obtained from silkworm. So remember, the common animal fibers are wool and silk. Wool is obtained from sheep, goat, yak, camel, llama, alpaca, and silk is obtained from silkworm. Okay. If you have not attended last class, please write down. I am giving you 10 seconds. Okay kids, I hope you understood. So animal fibers which are obtained from animals are called animal fiber. Example, silk and wool. Okay, now let's move on the next point. Kids, now let's talk about wool. Today in this class we will study completely about wool. Today in this class we will study completely about wool. So we know that wool is a natural fiber. Wool is a natural fiber. Yes, natural fiber we can divide into two categories, plant fiber and animal fiber. And we get wool from animal. So that's why wool is a animal fiber. Okay, wool is a animal fiber. So wool is obtained from the fleece of sheep, fleece of goat, fleece of yak, fleece of rabbit, fleece of llama, fleece of alpaca. So fleece means hair. Yes, the fur that grow on the body of animals. The fur, if you are fur that grow on the body of animal are called fleece or hair, you can call them. Okay, these animals have thick layer of hair. Yes, they have thick coating of hair on their body. So because we know that air is a poor conductor of heat, we know that air is a poor conductor of heat, so these hair trap the air, these hair trap the air. So thick layer of hair keeps their body warm and protect from harsh cold. Yes, in winter their body is protected by their fleece. Okay, for obtaining wool, animals are reared. Yes, we do rearing of animals. Yes, we do rearing of animals. Many people rear animals, different animals. Some people rear cow, some people rear buffalo, some people rear sheep, some people rear goat. So, and their hair is cut and processed into wool, wool. Okay, now I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, now the next topic is fleece and wool bearing animals. Yes, fleece and wool bearing animals. Bearing, you know this word, you don't know, sometime you say I was born in Jaipur, I was born in Didwana. Yes, sometimes you say like this. Born is the third form of bear. Born is the third form of bear. So fleece and wool bearing animals. So what do you mean by fleece and wool bearing animals? Fleece, the meaning we know, hair. So animals which have soft hair, means animals which have soft fleece on their body are called fleece and wool bearing animals. Animals which have soft hair on their body, animals which have soft hair on their body, or you can say animals which have soft fleece on their body are called fleece and wool bearing animals. Yes, fleece and wool bearing animals, like we know sheep, goat, camel, yak, they bear two type of hair. Yes, on their body two kind of hair possible, on their body two kind of hair possible, coarse hair and soft hair. Yes, coarse hair are not soft. Okay, coarse hair are not soft, and another hair, fine soft hair. Okay, fine soft hair is found close to the skin in such animal. Yes, coarse hair are generally found on the upper layer, and soft hair are found at the bottom, means near the skin. Near the skin soft hair are found, and coarse hair found at upper layer. Okay, the fine soft under hair of animals like sheep, goat is called fleece. What is the meaning of fleece? Soft hair. The fine soft under hair. The fine soft under hair means, under hair means hair which are found near the skin. Hair which are found under near the skin. So the fine soft under hair of animals like sheep, goat is called fleece. Okay, and animals having fine soft hair, animals having fine soft fleece on their body are called wool bearing animals. Okay, I am giving you 10 seconds, please write down. So kids, now you understood what do you mean by fleece and wool bearing animals. Yes, animals which have soft fleece, fine soft fleece on their body are called fleece and wool bearing animals. Fleece, meaning of fleece is fine soft under hair. Fleece means fine soft under hair. So fleece and wool bearing animals like sheep, goat, camel, yak, etc. bear two type of hair. Yes, they give us two type of hair. First is coarse hair and second is fine soft under hair. Coarse hair found at the upper layer and Fine soft hair found at the bottom layer, means near the skin. And fine soft hair is found close to the skin in such animals. The fine soft hair of animals like sheep, goat, etc. is called fleece. Animals having fine soft hair, fleece on their body are called wool bearing animals. I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, it's time to get general knowledge about the wool, about the animals. Okay, general knowledge. Some already I have told you. Point number 1, many breeds of sheep are found in India. Yes, many breeds of sheep found in India. Yes, in different state, different kind of sheep are found. In different states of India, different kind of sheep are found. Even in several countries, different kind of sheep found. Point number 2, sheep gives milk and meat in addition to wool, but are reared mainly to obtain wool in different parts of the world. Sheep wool is most common wool. Yes. So what do we get from sheep? We get from sheep milk and meat. Yes, we get milk and meat. But why do people rear them? Why do we? Mainly to get wool. Yes. So sheep are reared mainly to obtain wool in different parts of the world. And which is the common wool? Sheep wool is the most common wool. Okay, I hope you understood. Now point number 3. Point number 3 is Angora wool is obtained from Angora goat of Jammu Kashmir. Is soft wool used for making shawl. Yes, I already told you about it. Yes, that we get wool from Angora goat. Okay, Angora goat is found, Angora goat we found in Jammu Kashmir. Okay, and it is used, its wool, the wool of Angora goat, the wool of Angora goat is used for making shawl. Next point. Next point is Angora goat are found in hilly regions such as Jammu and Kashmir. Yes, remember they are found only in hilly region. They are not found in Rajasthan. Okay, they are not found in Rajasthan, and on their body too much hair is present, too much fleece is present. Okay, next point, Pashmina wool is obtained from Pashmina goat. Yes, Pashmina goat, there is one more goat, Pashmina goat, or you can say Kashmiri goat. You can also call Kashmiri goat, which is found in Kashmir, and we use their fleece to make Pashmina wool, and Pashmina wool is used to make Pashmina shawl. And yak wool is obtained commonly in Tibet and Ladakh. Yes, yak is found in Tibet and Ladakh. Yak is found in Tibet and Ladakh, whose wool is used to make many things. Next point, alpaca and llama found in South America also give wool. Yes, I already told you about this point, that alpaca and llama found in South America, they give us wool. And camel hair is also used as wool. Yes, the hair of camel we also use as a wool to make different things. Okay, please write down. I am giving you 10 seconds. So kids, I hope you understood all these points. Point number 1, I am again reading. So you can see on the screen, animal wool. Many breeds of sheep are found in India. Yes, sheep gives milk and meat in addition to wool, but our sheep are reared mainly to obtain wool in different parts of world. Sheep wool is most common wool. Angora wool is obtained from Angora goat of Jammu Kashmir. Is soft wool used for making shawl. Angora goat are found in hilly regions such as Jammu and Kashmir. Pashmina wool is obtained from Pashmina goat. Yak wool is obtained from commonly in Tibet and Ladakh. Alpaca and llama found in South America also give wool. Camel hair is also used as wool. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, now let's get some more knowledge about sheep and their rearing. So topic is rearing and breeding of sheep. Topic is rearing and breeding sheep. So sheep are reared in many parts of our country. Yes, we already know that sheep are reared in many parts of country like Jammu and Kashmir, Sikkim, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Arunachal Pradesh. Yes, and Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat. Yes, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Uttaranchal, Sikkim, Jammu, Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh. So ships are reared in many parts of our country. Ships are reared in many parts of our country like Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat, etc. Point number 2. Sheep feed on grass and leaves. Yes, what does sheep eat? What does sheep eat? Sheep eat grass and leaves. Sheep eat grass and leaves. And they are also fed with a mixture of pulses, corn, jawar, oil cake and minerals. Yes, they also eat pulses. They also eat corn. They also eat jawar. They also eat oil cake. Yes. So, these things are eaten by sheep. Which things are eaten by sheep? Grass, leaves, pulses, corn, jawar, minerals and oil cakes. Okay. Point number 3. In winter, sheep are kept indoors and fed on leaves and grains and dry fodder. Yes. In winter, we protect them. In winter, we protect them. That's why we keep them in a closed house. We keep them in an indoor house, and in winter they don't found grass and jawar bajra like these things. So we give them in winter grains, dry fodder. Okay. Next point. Some breeds of sheep have thick hair on their body which yield good quality wool in large quantities. Yes, some breed of sheep have thick layer of hair. Yes, which is actually a good quality wool. Always not soft quality wool may be good. Not always soft quality wool is good. Sometimes thick hair on their body which yield good quality of wool. They are selectively bred to get sheep of good breed. Okay, please write down. I am giving you 10 seconds. So kids, I hope you understood. Okay, first point is sheep is reared in many countries. Yes, many parts of countries, not only in India but many in many countries. And in India, generally Jammu, Kashmir, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Gujarat, Uttaranchal, Arunachal Pradesh. And sheep eat leaves, grass, jowar, bajra, corn, pulses, coil cakes and minerals. And in winter, we keep them in indoor and they eat leaves, grains, fodder. And some breeds of sheep have thick hair on their body which yield good quality wool in large quantity. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, now let's talk about the processing of wool. Processing of wool means how to get wool, how to make fabric. We will study about it in complete detail, from changing the body of hair to wool. Yes, we will study the hair that we get from the body of animal, how to convert it into wool. So the processing of changing fleece into wool involves following 6 steps. The processing of changing fleece into wool involves following 6 steps. First step is shearing, second is scouring, third is sorting, fourth is burr separation, fifth is dyeing, sixth is spinning. So there are 6 steps: shearing, scouring, sorting, burr separation, dyeing, spinning. Okay, please write down. I am giving you 10 seconds. So kids, how to do processing of wool? Processing of wool is done in 6 steps. First step is shearing, second step is scouring, third is sorting, fourth is burr separation, fifth is dyeing, sixth is spinning. And remember kids, in your book they are given but not in a proper manner. But I have shown you here in proper manner. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, now let's study all the steps processing of wool. Yes, all the steps. So processing of wool, first step is shearing. Point number 1. First step is shearing. Point number 1. Okay. The fleece means hair of sheep is removed from its body along with a thin layer of dead skin by using machine. Yes. First of all, what to do? First of all, we remove the hair, we remove the fleece of sheep from their body using a machine. Yes, we use a machine to remove the hair from their body. So what is the meaning of shearing? Shearing means the process of removal of fleece from the body of animal. The process of removal of fleece from animal is called shearing. Or you can say shearing is the process of removing fleece from the body of animal. Shearing is the process of removing fleece from animals. Okay, this is the meaning of shearing. Shearing means removing hair from body. Simple meaning of shearing in one line. What is the meaning of shearing? Removing fleece, or you can say removing hair from their body, from body of animal. Okay, in one line. I hope you understood. Next point means next step, scouring. Next point, scouring. Okay, point number 2. Sheared skin, after removing hair with skin, with dead skin. After removing hair with dead skin, what to do? The sheared skin with hair is washed into tank to remove grease, dust and dirt. Yes, you know, when our clothes become dirty, what to do? What do we do, and what does our mother do? Our mother wash our clothes to remove dust and dirt. In the same way, with the hair of sheep, with the fleece of sheep, too much grease, dust and dirt is present. So the sheared skin with hair is washed in tank. So it is necessary to wash. So to remove grease, to remove dust and to remove dirt. So the process of washing the sheared wool in hot water followed by drying is called scouring. So what is the meaning of scouring? What is the meaning of scouring? Scouring means washing, then dry, washing and drying the sheared skin with hair. In one line, what is the meaning of shearing? Shearing means washing and drying the sheared skin with hair. Okay? Please write down. I am giving you 10 seconds. So kids, 2 step. Now we studied 2 steps. First step is shearing, second is scouring. Shearing means removing fleece with their dead skin. And scouring means washing and drying the sheared skin with hair. So point number 1 is the fleece of sheep is removed from its body along with a thin layer of dead skin using machine. The process of removal of fleece from animal is called shearing. Second step is the sheared skin with hair is washed in tank to remove grease, dust and dirt. The process of washing the sheared wool in hot water followed by drying is called scouring. Okay, now let's move on the next step. Okay kids, next step is sorting. Sorting, you know the meaning of sorting, chatna. So third step, the hairy skin is sent to factory. So hairy skin sent to factory, yes, after washing and drying, people, ship rearer send the hairy skin to factory where hairs are separated, sorting means separation, where hairs of different texture are separated. The process of separating hair of different texture from the fleece is called sorting. Texture means appearance, how does it look like, soft or coarse. So the process of separating of hairs of different texture from fleece is called sorting. Okay. Step number 4, burr separation. Then what do? We separate burr. What is the meaning of burr? The small fluffy fibers called burr. The small fluffy fibers called burr. Okay. The small fluffy fiber called burr. Sometimes they get separated from our sweater. Usually they separated from our sweater. They are known as burr. So the small fluffy fiber called burr are separated from the hair, then again washed and dried. Next step is dyeing. Dyeing means doing color. So the natural hair of sheep is white, brown and black. Yes, natural color of hair, natural color of fleece of sheep, natural hair of sheep is white, brown and black. Yes, so fleece of sheep found in either white color or brown color or black color. So the raw fibers are dyed in different colors. So we need to color them. If we want red color, we will do red dye. And sixth step is spinning. The raw fibers are then straightened. Means we make them straight. We do them straight and then combined and rolled into yarn. Then we combined and rolled into yarn using machine. Yes, we combine them and roll them. Using machine and then convert them into yarn. They are then spun and woven into fabric. Yes, then they are spun and woven into fabric. And at last we get fabric by spinning process. Okay, so point number 3 is sorting. Sorting means we separate different fibers. We get different kind of fiber, soft fiber, coarse fiber by sorting. And point number 4 is burr separation. And from the fleece of sheep, we also get burr. What are burr? Burr means small and fluffy fiber are called burr. Then we do color, means we do dye. Then by spinning process, we get fabric. Okay, please write down. I am giving you 10 seconds. So, okay kids, I hope you understood all the process. Okay, now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, it's time to ask question from you. Give example of fleece and wool bearing animals. Question number 1. So fleece and wool bearing animals like sheep, goat, camel, etc. bear 2 types of wool, 2 types of hair, coarse hair and fine soft hair. Yes. And what is the meaning of fleece? The fine soft under hair of animals. The fine soft under hair of animals like sheep, goat is called fleece. Yes. And we know that ships are reared in many parts of country like Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan. And sheep fed on grass and leaves. They are also fed with a mixture of pulses, corn, jawar, oil cake and minerals. In winter, sheep are kept indoor and feed on leaves, grain and dry fodder. Some breeds of sheep have thick hair on their body which yield good quality of wool in large quantity. Next question, explain processing of wool. Yes, we know that we can divide processing of wool in 6 steps. So processing of wool is done in 6 steps. Step number 1 is shearing, step number 2 is scouring, step number 3 is sorting, step number 4 is burr separation, step number 5 is dyeing, step number 6 is spinning. So shearing means cutting the hair off fleece with dead skin. Scouring means washing and drying the sheared skin with hair. Sorting means separating the hair of different texture, different kind like soft hair, coarse hair. Burr separation means the fluffy hair found on the body, the small fluffy fibers called burr. And second is dyeing. Dyeing means we do the color because the hair of sheep found in naturally in 3 color, white, brown, black. So the raw fibers are dyed in different colors. And last is spinning. Spinning means the raw fibers are straightened, means we do straight, make them straight, then comb them and roll into yarn by using machine. Then they are spun and woven into fabric. Okay. So today we study about processing of wool. Next class we will study something new. We will meet in next class. Bye bye.